as you all know, I am a very big nerd for all things tooling and apps and tech. And so no two marketing tech stacks look alike, to be honest. Literally, I don't know anybody's who do. And so I asked Jomiro to prepare some of his favorite tools to tell us about it. I guess, Jomiro, I'm very curious to know, um, what's your number one tool tech app that you could not live without in your day-to-day work life?
So this may be the least exciting answer, but I come from a place of extreme simplicity. I do not like overcomplicating this stuff. Personally, for me, um, I like when it stays about the content. And I literally optimize only where it makes the most sense, not for the sake of optimizing. Um, So I'm a little bit torn. I think the top one for me is a good text editor. Something like Sublime is really, really friggin' useful. I learned about Sublime from coding, but what I loved is you can't really do any formatting. And for me, when I'm trying to get just the ideas down or take notes or write a blog post, I do not want to get bogged down into how the thing looks at the end. And maybe I'm particularly prone to that because of the whole graphic design thing. I immediately start thinking about like the end look and visual. But Sublime is great because it lets me really just like jot down ideas, keep it simple. Um, Collecting, I have it on my laptop always open on a window. And it's just like a dump for things. Um, and it then gets processed at some point. We can also chat about that if you want. Um, but that is the big one. And then I think a close second to that um, would be something like Notion.
But before
Yes,
you
go
get
for
into
it. Yep.
go into what do you do? How do you process that information with Sublime after you?
Yeah,
Because note taking is so hard for a lot of people. So, and I think
wild.
like a non disruptive note taker like Sublime is important where you can't do too much or over design, so
Exactly.
what do you
Yeah.
do once you have those notes?
Yeah. Um, it kind of depends on the type of note taking. There's like random thoughts in my day, and then there's like things for an article. Um, if we're doing like specific content, so if I'm collecting ideas for a specific piece of content, um, there's two things I might do with that. Either I will process those into a short paragraph. So sometimes they're not too disjointed and I can write it up quickly. And then that paragraph can be saved into my like Notion idea bank, or I can immediately put it into a blog post draft and save it to drafts and work on it later. Um, but generally that's like the simple version. If it's just like sentences, bullet points, quotes, ideas, I can just jot it, create it into a paragraph and then move it to where it needs to go. If it's random thoughts in my day or like cool ideas for new piece of content that I might want to do at some point. That, yeah, I mean, you almost want to like reverse engineer it. So if I've collected a few of those, I sort of have a good idea of what categories those things fall into. So like content idea, um, uh, repurpose idea for an old piece of content, and those can be then put into a Notion, I think, is the simplest, but I mean, any place where you have categorized things, whether it's you have on your iPhone, like notes named with content ideas or present ideas or songs I need to listen to, you throw those into that. But I mean, literally, like I try to do it once a week, um, just because I don't collect that much generally. Um, if you do a lot more note taking, a lot more rigorous, then I might do like a little check in Wednesdays and then end of the week. Just so you're not left with like a friggin' busload of things. Cause you're never going to get to that. And yeah,
Fair.
I would do it more often than not, at the beginning at least.
I love it. I love a good note-taking system. Thank you. And you were going to say Notion. Notion's your next.
Yes. And Notion is sort of like part of the processing of those things. But I think what I like about Notion is, I find, so I've also started using it for project management, which is really, it's such a beautiful story, like a 360-degree story. Because when I started freelancing, I started using Notion for project management. Then I got very annoyed, didn't use Notion at all, and then re-entered the Notion verse. And now I've started doing project management with it again. But yeah, mutual, separate story.
Relatable for so many people that have that experimentation.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what's great about it for content is you can collect ideas, completely unfiltered, unorganized, unpolished. You can link those ideas into a draft you can categorize them by like, these all fit marketing for freelancers, and you can, through like relations and tables, you can collect them all into one idea for a marketing gimmicks or marketing whatever blog post. You can draft the blog post there. It's got the built-in AI assistant, which you can also. It's almost like a good amalgamation to get everything in one place at least. Buffer has something like that. I haven't used it because I've already built it up on Notion, but there's like an ideation feature on Buffer, so you can collect ideas and organize ideas on Buffer as well. But I just find Notion, you can go a little bit deeper. You can link pages, you can embed graphs, it's for content in this form, from ideation to creation to repurposing. You can even do, you can't schedule the content to go live. Maybe with a neat Zapier app you can, but you can have a content schedule with a calendar, when posts go out when. So it's a nice end-to-end feature without needing to do 3 tools or 2 tools to sort of see an oversight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
so that's a
if you pair it with a nice little, I don't know if you know, there's a Google Chrome extension called Save to Notion.
Yes, exactly.
And it is so beautiful. You actually, I actually sometimes it's got a shortcut and everything. I accidentally sometimes use it, and then you can save to a specific database or a specific page. And for especially swipe files or content creation or inspiration, it is just magic.
And something which is also cool, I haven't started doing this, but I've been meaning to, by connecting Notion to Zapier, and having a Zap, you can email the Zap, and if I get a cool newsletter that I want to integrate, I can forward the newsletter to the Zap, and then the Zap will go into my Notion. So it's a super easy loop to collect cool newsletters, cool emails you received. Client testimonials, another great one. If you get a good response from a client, you forward that to the Zap, and it hoists it into your Notion database for testimonials, and then you can sort it out and neaten it later.
I may need you to write that up for me because I want to steal that.
But yeah, I mean, because I sit in my emails a lot. Like, a lot of my communication happens in emails. So it's just like, it's almost like sending it to your personal assistant. You're like, deal with it. Like, I need this, but you put it in my database.
Organized.
Yeah.
I love it. And I think we have time for one more tool. Do you have a last tool that you couldn't live without?
Nothing immediately comes to mind. I think because of those have overshadowed them. I mean, those are literally like the 3. I guess Zapier I could put up there. I use it sporadically, but when I use it, it's massively beneficial. I think what does stop me, this is the one limit, is the the free plan on Zapier doesn't get me very far. I often need multi-steps. Like I need a thing to run a thing to run another thing. And Zapier very unfriendlily stops you at 2 on the free plan. So I think that stops me from using it more often. But I would 100% recommend playing around with it. It can super easily automate because it's just got so many integrations. I think that's the one thing that is very powerful is almost everything. The common apps integrate with Zapier, and it's very user friendly in that sense. So it's a close top tool because I do use it once in a while, but the word of caution has the limits.
Thank you. I'm not going to lie. I'm quite surprised you didn't say ChatGPT or an AI tool, or is that just like an extension of you by now?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my thinking was it's not a new tool. I think it's like my favorite piece of tech is a cell phone. It's not fair. I think, but yes, I mean, if there's anything I use every day, it's ChatGPT. So
Yeah, that's office supplies at this point. Is you don't need
yeah,
you need
yeah.
ChatGPT. I love that.